Rockstar Gang, what up? What up? Appreciate everyone. Join the live stream. Welcome to the Rockstar Report as your host, as always, Clay Rock. And I appreciate everyone that's joined the live stream, who shows your support, comes through here every single day, and shows your love and support. I appreciate all of that. We're gonna be talking about Hunter Renfrow. There's not a lot going on, man, to be honest with you. So we're gonna be talking a lot about positional players till training camp, position battles, and so on and so forth. But again, I appreciate everyone tuning in. But I think Hunter Renfrow is making this roster. Obviously, that's the topic of today. I don't think that it's not even a debate. I don't think it's even a debate. I think there's a lot of people who want these younger, unproven guys who have a lot of juice, right? I get that, but you also have a guy that has over 260 plus catches through his career, has 1,000-yard season in his career, you go look at his statistics in 2021, it'll tell you yourself, which we'll pull those up here shortly. You go look at him throughout of his career, and we're looking at his stats. You're also looking at a guy who had 9 touchdowns in one season, right? What's good, Earl? Appreciate you coming through, man. I love Jacoby George. I love what he brings to the table. I love Kobe Hudson. I was very high on him as an undrafted free agent. But I've seen a lot of people throw a lot of shade at a guy who has a way better proven resume in the NFL. And they're like, well, he's so old. He's 29 years old, bro. He's 29 years old. Let's skip the bullshit. We're going to state the obvious here. Hunter Renfrow is going to make this roster whether you guys like it or not. You can argue about the wide receiver 6 or wide receiver 7 all you want. You can try to pop up the Cokers and the Horns of the world. And listen, I think Coker and Horn makes this roster too. And I'll dive into that. But if you're the head coach, as in Dave Canales, you have even a pulse, and you're not cutting the one wide receiver who's A, healthy again, B, producing in camp, and C, has a resume, like I said, of over 260 NFL catches and a Pro Bowl on his resume. The NFL is cold, man. Brutal. It's brutal mediocrity. What besides the best availability, right, in the NFL, what also matters? Performance. Performance matters. Matter of fact. Health matters, okay? Best availability. Experience matters. Hunter Renfrow is finally checking all 3 of those boxes for the first time since 2021. All right. If we really want to add some context too, let's add some context to it like this. Everybody know who Derwin James is, right? Everybody knows who Derwin James is. We all know who this cat is.
Conversation with Tyreek Hill and go to Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah, it's different.
Hunter Renfrow, the encyclopedia salesman.
Yeah, no, there ain't no encyclopedia salesman.
Hunter really liked that.
Turn the film on. You watch film, don't you?
I know, but I'm just trying to be devil's advocate because I just
because
my man got a receiver hairline.
He got to give him some credit, man.
No, he really is.
He's good, man.
Yeah, like he got his deal this year, and I just And like I would actually talk about it all the time on TV. I did a breakdown of him. I was like, y'all got to stop going out there looking at him.
No.
Y'all got to stop looking at his headshot, looking at his body, and get out there and
cover.
guard him.
Yeah,
and guard him.
You heard it here first, people.
Hunter Renfrow.
So let me break down Derwin James for a minute for you then. Because I've had someone tell me that Derwin James is not that good in coverage. Oh, fucking really? Okay. Derwin James is not that good in coverage. Okay, let me explain to you who Derwin James is. Okay. Derwin James came out and even obviously said this, right? We just watched this. Watch that video. We've all seen the clip before. Why? Then let me tell you why this matters. Why this source right here, coming from Derwin James, matters. It's a credible source, number one, coming from a guy who's a 2-time All-Pro safety, meaning he knows what makes receivers dangerous. Skill validation. He's not commenting on looks or hype. He's talking about tape. Renfrow's route discipline, awareness, ability to exploit zone schemes. It's an underrated stigma is what it is. Renfrow's game is often overlooked due to his size. James' words confirm that as we look at this, what film scouts see. He's a game changer in the slot. But let me tell you who Derwin James is real quick, okay? Let me tell you who Derwin James is. Derwin James, okay? Actually, I don't even have to tell you who Derwin James is. We're going to pull up Derwin James Jr. All right? Let's pull up Derwin James Jr. Okay? Coming from the same guy that said Hunter Renfrow is an absolute stud. He's a safety, but so Derwin James is a safety who plays linebacker, slot corner, edge rusher. He can play it all at his position. 2-time first team All-Pro, 3-time Pro Bowl selection. One of the highest paid safeties in the league. You're talking about a guy who has elite athleticism, who meets elite awareness. He's not just a safety. He is one of those positional chess pieces where you can put him anywhere on the field and he fits right in. He can play deep safety, cover sideline to sideline, erases big plays very well. Box safety, stops the run, takes on tight ends, running backs, can play slot corner, lock down quick wide receivers, bullies tight ends, edge blitzer, times blitzes, gets pressure on the quarterback. He's fast. Okay? So coming from a guy like that, obviously knows what he's talking about when he's talking about Hunter Renfrow, because he's gone up with him. Like Derwin James in that interview didn't sugarcoat anything. He's not fooled by first impression. He sees real football in Hunter Renfrow. So, again, you can't tell me this guy is not going to make it. Like I've had so many people tell me, like, oh, well, Hunter Renfrow's not making it. Hunter Renfrow looks like a 45-year-old man who can't hack it anymore and all this stuff. And, oh, Derwin James, I had someone tell me the other day on some podcast was just like, oh, well, Derwin James is a safety, man. He can't lock down wide receivers or some stupid shit like that, or he's not shifty enough. Oh, shut the fuck up. You have no idea what you're talking about. That's what you need to do. For all you people who think that they know ball, but then they just say shit to say shit. They don't know what they're talking about. You don't turn on film That's what you don't do. You just go based off of what you see. Whoever said something dumb about Derwin James shouldn't talk ball anymore. Exactly, Zach. What's up, Roadmaster? Like, the reason why, Derwin James doesn't. He's not just throwing comments around to just throw comments around. He's just not like that. But to sit there and then say, like, for these people to say, well, Derwin James is a safety. He's not as elusive as a wide receiver or whatever. I mean, then how the fuck did he how the fuck did Derwin James become a 3-time Pro Bowler and a 2-time All-Pro? And he's also one of the most versatile defensive players in the league. That's how he makes his living. Because Derwin James is one of those players that can lock you down in the nickel. He can come off the edge and get pressure on the quarterback. He can play deep safety, sideline to sideline type of guy. Box safety, stops the run, takes on tight ends, running backs. He can do it all at an elite level. And you're going to tell me that Derwin James is it's not shifty enough? It's laughable. It's laughable to me. It's laughable to me when people say that. Like, when I hear people say that, and I've had multiple sources tell me that. They're not multiple sources, just multiple people. Like, I'm just like, I'm in awe sometimes with some of the shit that some of these Carolina Panthers fans say. I mean,
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
like, seriously.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class! Uh-oh!
Like, just some of the things that just comes out of these Panther fans' mouths, man, when it comes to this kid. It's blasphemy. Exactly, Marcos. Roadmaster, I think you're gonna have I think you're not gonna miss Chin anymore after you see Tre'von Moehrig this season. Trust me on that. Tre'von Moehrig is going to be what you wanted Jeremy Chin to be, but better. Just imagine that in your head. I'm dead ass serious. Mark my words on that. Mark my words on that. Put me on the record. Clip that clip. Do whatever you need to do. It was Panthers fans too. Oh, yeah. There's Panthers fans that don't believe in this kid. Don't believe in this kid whatsoever. And I'm going back to the 2021 grades because that was his best season. But let's add some more context to this. All right. I get it. We've got a cluttered wide receiver room. We do. We've got a cluttered wide receiver room. Okay. I'm going to pull it up here. Oh, gosh. Wrong window. I'm going to pull it all up on one screen. All right. So then I can just flip through each and everything. Okay, so let's go back. Let's look at this depth chart. It's a big ass wide receiver room. Okay, there you go. I get it. Well, World Master Mo Rig is going to be is that versatile. He can play box. He can play deep safety. He can play nickel. He's that versatile. So I know you say you don't see him, but that's his game. Like, I'm dead ass serious, Roadmaster. I've watched his tape. That's his game. I've watched his tape. I'll break his tape down. I have no problem doing that. He's a guy that's going to be a versatile, very versatile safety. He can play deep, play nickel, play linebacker. I'm telling you, don't sleep on him. I'm telling you, Roadmaster. But back to Hunter Renfrow. This wide receiver room, I want to make it clear. It's a cluttered, but an unproven wide receiver room. Like, this Panthers receiver room is busy. And I'm not going to say not necessarily talented, but just busy. Like, we loaded up on wideouts this offseason, right? We loaded up on wide receivers like it was doomsday. Like, we were prepping, hoarding canned goods. You got 2 rookies and T-Mac and Jacoby George, 2 undrafted free agents, Kobe Hudson, right? You got Adam Thielen to return. You brought in David Moore on a 1-year deal. Jalen Coker comes back. Jimmy Horn Jr. you drafted, who each had moments, but we again, we're not sure what we're going to get. There was a lot of moments a lot of good from Coker last year. There was a lot of good from Xavier Legette last year. Jimmy Horn Jr., we're going to see what we're going to get out of him. Obviously, the speed, the versatility, and the special teams he brings, right? But Canales has to sort this kind of chaos out. Like, if I think he wants top 6 wide receiver rotation, that they can give Bryce Young something he hasn't had since Alabama, and that's options. But not everyone is making it. Like, roster cuts are gonna hit like Carolina like a thunderstorm, and Renfrow is not going to be one of those sweating it at the end of the day, in my opinion. You're right on that, Roadmaster. You're right on that. That's kind of where I'm leaning towards, Zach. To be honest, I'm kind of leaning towards the same thing as you are. I already said the other day on the channel, I think it was last week, someone asked me the same question. I think it was last week. My 6 is T-Mac, Thielen, Xavier Legette, Jalen Coker, Jimmy Horn Jr., Hunter Renfrow. And that's no particular order. Because honestly, I could see T-Mac and Xavier Legette being wide receiver, 1 and 2. I think I could also see Jalen Coker battling out for 3 and 4 with Renfrow. I think Renfrow could be a wide receiver 3 or 4 on this team. And I'll dive more into that here shortly. But when we look at Hunter Renfrow's resume as a whole, in a totality, okay? In totality. This is not a camp body, ladies and gentlemen. He's not a social media darling or an offseason all-star. He is one of those guys who's a technician. He's a zone destroyer. He's a third down security blanket. He can carve out routes with the best of them. He's got hands like Velcro. I mean, again, we're looking at his stats right here. 103 receptions, 8th in the NFL, over 1,000 yards, 19th in the NFL, and he had 9 receiving touchdowns that year in 2021, which was 9th in the NFL as well. And we're talking about a Raiders offense that year that basically was only him and Darren Waller. And then came the nightmare of the ulcerative colitis, the fatigue, weight loss, a body that just ended up betraying him, and then a Raiders staff that gave up on him. Now, that's in the rear view. You got a 29-year-old who says he feels better than he was 3 years ago. That's not just rehab optimism. He's been showing it all in OTAs and minicamp. Dave Canales has even came out and said he's making plays every single day. Thielen also says that he's even reportedly learned a thing or two from Hunter Renfrow. So let's be clear. Nobody else fighting for wide receiver 5 or 6 has a resume like that. Not even close. No offense to Jimmy Horn, Jalen Coker, David Moore, even Xavier Legette. I can even throw him in that. I can even say T-Mac, because yet we have yet to see any of those guys take the field besides David Moore and Adam Thielen. But I still think Hunter Renfrow is better than David Moore. No, it's a blessing for sure, Zach. It's a blessing for sure. But let's talk about the body for him. I mean, he's finally got it back. I mean, I can show clips right now of him. I mean, here we go. I mean, Renfrow's transformation isn't going to just be mentally, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be physically. It's biologically. He's overhauled his diet. He's learning what fuels him: chicken, rice, steamed veggies, whatever. He also is learning what derails him. He said, I think he came out and even said it was calabash shrimp, which, if anybody knows about the South and calabash shrimp, it's the best shrimp, but it sucks that he can't eat it. No sugar, no fried food, no garbage fuel. The difference is he's flipping the script and says that he's in the best shape of his life. Like that's a guy who is used to wondering if he'd ever even feel normal again. Now he's flying around the practice field like it's 2021. I mean, if you're the Panthers and with a quarterback coming off I mean, he's coming off, he had a rocky rookie season. Now he's coming off with, I would say a sophomore season that was okay. I mean, Bryce showed a lot of I would say, redemption last year. But again, it was still rocky first 2 games of the season. So the question is if you're the Panthers and you had a quarterback that's coming off a redemption tour there, the last 12 games of the season, why in the world would you cut the guy A that knows how to get open? Okay. And then B, okay. And then B knows how to catch the ball when he's open. You know what I mean? So that's where I just don't understand it. You know, and then another thing. Let's talk about guys Renfrow is going to be competing with. Let's talk about Jalen Coker. All right, let's talk about Jalen Coker. I mean, Jalen Coker, promising, explosive, also inconsistent. An undrafted free agent, still trying to prove he belongs, but a lot of potential there. Jacoby George, talented but raw, great future prospect, but he's no lock. David Moore, a veteran journeyman. But he's not outplaying Hunter Renfrow. I'm sorry. He's just not. He's not outplaying Hunter Renfrow. Jimmy Horn Jr. I think he's a lock because of special teams. But I think it also will be because of the speed that he brings in the receiver game. Like, look, the way I'm looking at this is that this isn't the X Factor competition show. This is football. And when Canales wants a guy who knows how to sit in a zone, convert a 3rd and 6, or break a nickel corner's ankles in the slot, that is Renfrow's bread and butter. Again, let me say that again. A guy who can get open in the red zone, sit in that zone, right? Guy who can convert on 3rd and 6. A guy who can break defensive backs' ankles in the slot. That is Hunter Renfrow's bread and butter. But let's talk about another thing that brings Renfrow too is his intangibles. Football IQ, locker room value he brings. He's a thinker. He's a leader. He's a teacher. He's a guy who gets mentioned by Adam Thielen as someone worth learning from. He's not just a route runner. In a room filled with rookies, sophomores, that kind of presence is priceless. You need someone to settle a rookie quarterback in high leverage downs. Need someone who's not going to make dumb mistakes in crunch time. Need someone who's battled back from illness and still shows up every day with a chip on their shoulder. And Hunter Renfrow checks all those boxes, ladies and gentlemen. I think Hunter Renfrow will be on the roster. I mean, Coker will be on the roster. Jimmy Horn Jr. has to stay healthy. Turf monster keeps biting. Yeah, true. But the reality is I think if the Panthers would be stupid to cut him now, unless he just goes into training camp and maybe I'm wrong and he shits the bed. I doubt that's happening. I'm not going to overthink it because I see the thing is this team doesn't have the luxury of turning away NFL caliber route runners. Our passing offense was 32nd last season. We're basically rebuilding every room on this roster on the fly, right? Renfrow is healthy, producing. He has more experience than anyone not named Adam Thielen. The guy caught a game-winning pass in the national championship. He once beat Jalen Ramsey on a crucial third down. He's not just a feel-good comeback story. He's a damn good football player, and even Derwin James has come out and said it, right? The clip we watched earlier. Go ahead, pencil him in, pin him in, whatever you got to do. Hunter Renfrow will make this roster. It's not because it's sentimental. It's not because he beat Kalidus. It's because he's just better than some of the guys we've got on this team. Period. If he keeps stacking up in practices and regaining form like this, I won't be surprised if he's in that conversation for wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 by midseason. Everybody just needs to go ahead, get on the Renfrow train because he's back and he belongs. And I'm just going to cut out all the dumb shit that other people keep saying, and other true Carolina Panthers fans keep saying. But we've also had Carolina, like I said earlier, we've had Carolina Panthers fans say that Derwin James, even though he came out and said that about Hunter Renfrow, he's just not that good at covering the slot receivers because he's not elusive enough. About as dumb as a bag of rocks, man. Those people that say stupid shit like that, you're better off just talking to a wall. Because at least the wall won't talk back. I'm just saying, just make it make sense to me. Again, my top 6 wide receivers for this roster. Again, it's gonna be Tedero McMillan. It will be Adam Thielen, Xavier Leggett. It'll be Jalen Coker, Hunter Renfrow, and then it'll be Jimmy Horn Jr. I think Jacoby George, David Moore. They may even keep Kobe Hudson on the practice squad. He's not that slow, man. Even Derwin James said it. You got to watch the tape. He's not slow. But Roadmaster, that's not his game. See, people think that every wide receiver just needs to be explosive. That's not his game. He's a route runner. He's a create separation. He's a end zone threat who gets open and he converts on third downs. He's a security blanket. That's what type of wide receiver Hunter Renfrow is. But he creates separation. Zach, sometimes separation is better than speed. It doesn't matter how explosive you are. If you can't create separation, your speed doesn't matter. So he is slow, Clay. Rock, he's not slow. He's not. He's not as slow as everybody thinks he is. Hunter Renfrow is not as slow as everybody thinks it makes him out to be. He's really not. Go watch his game film. He is. No, he's not. Watch his game film. Go watch game film. Stop telling me he is. Go watch the game film and tell me otherwise. Go watch the game film. Tell me otherwise. I've watched his game film. I'll break down his game film. He's not the fastest guy on the field. I'm not saying he runs a 4.340, but he's a great separator. That is the difference. He's a safety blanket. He converts on third downs. He's a red zone threat. That's what he brings. Exactly. He's a wide receiver that converts on third down. And definitely reliable in clutch moments. He's definitely reliable in clutch moments. We've seen that. What do you think the order of this wide receiver room will be by the end of next season? I think T-Mac will be 1. I think Leggett will be 2. I'm going to take Coker at wide receiver 3. I'm going to take Hunter Renfrow at 4, Adam Thielen at 5, Jimmy Horn Jr. at 6. The reason why I'm saying Adam Thielen at 5 is because we're talking about a guy that's going to be soon 35 years old. I think he can still produce. I think he can produce. I'm not acting like you don't watch football. That there's a difference between watching football on TV and watching the games and actually watching film. Like actually breaking down film. That's all I'm saying, Rock. Thielen may be faster. Sure. If you want to go with that, that's fine, Rock. If you want to say Thielen's faster, that's fine. You go right ahead. You have the right to your opinion, but I don't think so. 40 times are overrated. Show me play speed. Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, watch game film. It's a different story. You see it. Same thing that Derwin James said. You watch film, don't you? You see it. Don't like, again, even Ryan Clark, even though he made the funny whatchamacallit? The funny comment saying encyclopedia salesman. But then he backed off after Derwin James was like, no, he's legit. And he goes, well, yeah, if you watch his film, it's different. He is different. Don't look at the body. Don't look at the head. Don't look at the guy that looks like he's 45 years old. Look at the film. Derwin James said it best. I'm not sure how much I can trust Xavier Leggett if he can just improve his catching. Well, I think I posted a short about Xavier Leggett. If you go watch his mini camp, lately. I think that you're seeing a different Xavier Leggett. He is bigger. He is faster. You can tell he's gotten stronger. But the thing that I most notice about him is that he's catching with his hands, not as much as with his body. I mean, that's the biggest thing I'm noticing with him. He's not catching everything. He's not catching with his body that like we've seen in years past, like he was in how long ago it was. I definitely think with him, you're seeing a difference with how he is catching. And I think the reason why he looks bigger, fast, stronger, of course, is he I think the foot surgery, obviously, or the ankle surgery did him some wonders as well. He does. I just think Xavier Leggett looks like a completely different dude from what I've seen. You can make a case for that, Roadmaster. You can make a case for that for sure. It's true. I mean, Earl's right. I mean, the separation, the creating separation for Xavier Leggett, which a lot of people thought was going to be his biggest issue, which turned out being his best. He was really up there on those charts in creating separation last year. He just couldn't. The consistency, like again, he flashed at times last year, right? He flashed at times last year, but with I don't even know what the hell was on my screen. But he flashed at times last year. We saw it in minicamp all the time. We saw it a lot. I think another thing too is I think another thing is Jalen Coker is another guy. Like I spoke about him last night. Again, a lot of analysts have came out about Jalen Coker with this wide receiver room, how it was how this wide receiver room was last year, but and how much he showed promise. But a lot of analysts have come out saying that Jacoby Myers type of breakout, which I said that in my short. Some analysts have said that. I mean, if we remember how Jacoby Myers was when he came in the league, but the type of breakout he had, another thing is with, Jalen Coker, he does have Bryce Young's trust. Oh, God. Oh, my God, Romaster.
Get out!
Oh, shit.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh, shit. Pause, bro. Hey, yo. Roadmaster coming in with some wildness there. Just coming in with some wildness. But I think Jalen Coker is going to be a guy that's going to be fighting for wide receiver 3 or 4. I just think Xavier Legette will be 2. Again, when you got a prototype wide receiver 1 and Tedero McMillan, it changes a lot of things, right? Again, you're noticing though, Legette in the mini camp, his hands have gotten better. You can tell in his body language, he's different. His confidence is definitely up, maybe because of what like Roadmaster said right there. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why his confidence is up, and but he's also living his best life. I mean, he's popping up in Glorilla's videos. He went to the Kentucky Derby, and then he's grinding when it counts. And then of course, Canales came out and said that for Excel, he's being more vocal, he's more polished, But again, you think about it this way, though, guys. Think about it this way. Imagine Xavier Legette levels up and then hits the ground, and then McMillan just hits the ground running, right? As that prototype wide receiver 1 that we're expecting him to be. You still got Thielen producing. You still got Coker producing and continue showing that potential. Hunter Renfrow comes in and starts fighting for that wide receiver 3 or 4 position in mid-season. And Bryce continues to build off those last 12 weeks of the season. You can't tell me that's not scary. Roadmaster had everybody had to hit pause on that. But again, I think Coker again is a guy that could also is going to produce. I think he's going to be fighting for that 3 or 4 position. I honestly think T-Mac will be wide receiver 1. I think Legette will be 2. I think it will be between Coker and Renfrow for 3 and 4, between 3 and 4. I just think Adam Thielen will go down a little bit because of his age. I mean, if he still produces, great. I'm not going to be complaining about that. And then Jimmy Horn Jr., if he can come out and give us some of that explosiveness that we saw in Colorado and then help us out on special teams, he's going to find his place here. Again, and I talked about it last night. Don't sleep on Jadavion Sanders either. That's another guy. That's another guy that looks stronger, sharper, who could quietly become a problem in this league. I mean, we got to remember about Jadavion Sanders. Last year, he had more yards than any tight end since Greg Olsen. So, I mean, he showed signs of what could possibly coming with him. I mean, the guy dropped weight. He also bulked up in muscle, which obviously shows. He looks more explosive. I think he's ready to lock in that tight end number 1 spot, in my opinion. He's already growing chemistry with Bryce Young right now, which helps because you got Tommy Tremble sideline and he's running with the ones. And then last year, if we think about it with Jadavion Sanders, his season got cut short because of that neck injury. But now he's fully healthy. So we can't forget about him. Ari, that's awesome. So all right, good question. I've already done my homework. That's the thing, Rock Jones. There will be no retraction on tomorrow's cast. All right. So sorry to burst your bubble there. I've already watched both of their game films. I've already watched both their game films. All right. Good question by Zach here. Do you think the Panthers focus more on the pass or on the run? The wide receiver room, running back room have so much potential. I think they're going to. I think it's going to be a well-balanced offense this year. I think that now with Bryce coming off of what we saw last year, I think he needs to continue to try to build that momentum, right? I also hope that these joint practices we're having 2 of them, right, will benefit him. I'm hoping that we get to see this offense actually, first team offense actually play in a preseason game and actually get some major reps that is needed. Obviously, that's neither I'm not going to hold my breath on that. But do I think that the Panthers focus more on the pass and the run? I think it's going to be well balanced. I think it's going to be well balanced. I don't think it's going to be one more than the other, honestly. I think Canales is going to be very more creative. I could see if Mitchell Evans also steps up in this offense with Tommy Tremble being out. I could see a lot more 2 tight end sets in this game. I mean, Canales runs a wide zone scheme, so it's very highly focused on the run. And that's fine by me. If they focus more on the run, guess what it does? It opens up the pass. It takes more pressure off of Bryce. That's also nice. Right? But I could also see where this is a well-balanced offense with a lot more creativeness due to the weapons that Bryce Young has now. He's got options. He hasn't had this many options since Alabama. I don't follow Glorilla, but her she all right. She ain't bad. She all right, though. Run it early for sure. I think our tight ends will be sleepers this season. Too many wide receiver running backs. The defense has to account for. Yeah. It just comes up to now Bryce Young stepping up. If you guys go watch my recent short, I did a chat GPT. I had chat GPT predict Tedero McMillan's rookie season for me. And I did a whole short clip on that if you guys want to go check it out. But one of the things that it did say in that was that it comes down to, if he wants to have these statistics, one of the things that it came down to was obviously Bryce Young's consistency, obviously chemistry and developing with T-Mac, right? That's going to obviously drive the volume and the efficiency with T-Mac. Another thing that it mentioned, I think, was the offensive scheme. Obviously Dave is going to incorporate T-Mac heavily in the vertical and red zone packages. And then, of course, the competition, which is highly likely that T-Mac's going to be the lead receiver. Again, Thielen and Leggett will probably dip into some of that volume. But also it comes down to who's going to be the most durable. That's also a variable, right? Competition and health. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I just think Hunter Renfrow is making this roster, though, for sure. I want to be on record with that. So. How coincidental that the Panthers went to the Super Bowl the last 2 times they played Jags, won losing record previous season. It's so interesting. It's such a interesting. It's an interesting world in the NFL and the football world. Oh, by the way, shout out to my Shauna Clears baseball team making the College World Series today. Beat the brakes off of Louisville 11-3 to make it there. We're on a 26-game winning streak. So shots up. Oh my God. Rock is gonna Rock wants me to just say that, hey, Rock, I was wrong. That's what he wants me. That's what he wants to hear, but he's not gonna get that satisfaction out of me. Just not. Again, guys, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you do me a favor. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, share the Rockstar Report with your friends, your family, your aunts, your uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your third cousin, whoever. All right. Make sure we continue to, grow this channel, grow this community. I do appreciate everyone in the chat. Love talking with you guys. Also, make sure you guys tune into all my shorts. I've got like 4 shorts coming out tonight. I've already put up 2. I had ChatGPT predict Tedero McMillan's rookie season. I also talked about Jair Alexander getting signed by the Ravens, which I told you guys about yesterday, and I told you Jair Alexander will not be coming to the Panthers. So, yeah. So, anyways, appreciate you guys. Make sure you tune into those shorts as well. Other than that, guys, I will see you on the other side. And of course, y'all know what to do. Keep pounding. Peace.